We are now doing the Ho'oponopono chant for relief from Parkinsons, and we are doing it in the 5-statement format. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you, I forgive myself for. And at the end, you can do all the I forgive myself for statements, and you'll get it in that sequence wise. You can do that as well, or you can simply do these 5 statements. Both ways it will work. So, I'm sorry for any tremors that have disturbed your peace. Please forgive me for holding on to unresolved tension. I love you for trying to manage under these conditions. Thank you for communicating that you need my attention. I forgive myself for not addressing this sooner. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for the rigidity and stiffness you are experiencing. Please forgive me for any emotions or beliefs that have created this resistance. I love you for your strength in coping with this. Thank you for signaling where I need to let go. I forgive myself for the moments I have felt helpless. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for any pain or discomfort in movement. Please forgive me for any thoughts or memories that might have contributed to this condition. I love you for your courage to keep going. Thank you for showing me the importance of gentle care. I forgive myself for not always being mindful. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for any imbalance or unsteadiness you feel. Please forgive me for not trusting myself fully. I love you for continuing to find balance for me. Thank you for reminding me to seek stability within myself. I forgive myself for moments of self-doubt. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for the fatigue and tiredness that weigh you down. Please forgive me for the stress I have carried. I love you for all your efforts to function despite it. Thank you for signaling the need for rest. I forgive myself for not honoring rest sooner. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for any slowness in movement or response. Please forgive me for any unprocessed memories of restriction. I love you for your resilience in adapting to change. Thank you for reminding me to be patient. I forgive myself for any frustration I might have felt. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for the tremors that may disrupt your daily life. Please forgive me for any underlying fears or anxieties. I love you for carrying me through each day. Thank you for showing me the power of calmness. I forgive myself for reacting with worry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for any struggles in motor control. Please forgive me for not recognizing your needs sooner. I love you for the incredible work you've done for me. Thank you for showing me how to be gentle with myself. I forgive myself for moments of anger and impatience with you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for any mental fog or slowness in thought. Please forgive me for any unresolved mental clutter. I love you for trying to keep my mind sharp. Thank you for helping me focus on clarity and purpose. I forgive myself for not taking time to clear my mind. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for any muscle pain or tightness. Please forgive me for the strain I might have held on to. I love you for showing me areas where I can release. Thank you for helping me recognize my inner strength. I forgive myself for holding on to anger unconsciously. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for any emotional distress, anger, or frustration towards you. Please forgive me for any unconscious desire of mine to see you punished. I love you for expressing what I have hidden inside. Thank you for guiding me towards healing. I forgive myself for not addressing my emotions fully. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for times of feeling disconnected from my body. Please forgive me for any neglect or lack of self-connection. I love you for continuing to love and support me regardless. Thank you for encouraging me to reconnect. I forgive myself for not always being there for you and for not being present. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for moments of frustration when I cannot do things easily. Please forgive me for expecting too much of you. I love you for doing your best every day. Thank you for teaching me patience and grace. I forgive myself for feeling upset over limitations that I got to see. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for any shaking that affects body, hands, and arms. Please forgive me for any anxiety or tension I carry. I love you for working through this challenge. Thank you for communicating where peace is needed. I forgive myself for reacting with stress. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for the energy drain this situation has caused. Please forgive me for not always honoring your need for rest. I love you for persisting even through fatigue. Thank you for reminding me to nurture myself. I forgive myself for pushing too hard. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for any difficulty with balance and coordination. Please forgive me for inner conflict and lack of stability. I love you for striving to support me nonetheless. Thank you for reminding me to find inner harmony. I forgive myself for moments of fear and confusion. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for any slowness or hesitation in action. Please forgive me for any subconscious anger and need for punishment that I may carry. I love you for continuing to do things for me. Thank you for teaching me the value of mindful action. I forgive myself for having had complaints in the past. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for not always listening to your needs. Please forgive me for ignoring your calls for care. I love you for continuing to communicate with me. Thank you for being so patient with me. I forgive myself for moments of neglect. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for any frustration with my symptoms. Please forgive me for reacting with impatience. I love you for coping so well in difficult circumstances. Thank you for teaching me patience and acceptance. I forgive myself for any harsh criticism. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for any lack of control on my part that has affected you. Please forgive me for not trusting myself fully. I love you for doing your best to adjust to changes. Thank you for showing me where I need to surrender. I forgive myself for fearing loss of control. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for any loss of ease in daily tasks. Please forgive me for taking you for granted. I love you for continuing to serve me every day. Thank you for reminding me to appreciate small victories. I forgive myself for past states of unawareness. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for feeling limited in what I can do for you. Please forgive me for the limiting beliefs I have held. I love you for supporting me despite all of this. Thank you for encouraging me to let go of limitations. I forgive myself for doubting my abilities. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for not always believing in your internal healing power. Please forgive me for any lack of faith in your internal powers. I love you for your amazing ability to adapt and survive. Thank you for all the healing that has already happened within. I forgive myself for past doubts. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for any loss of joy or spontaneity. Please forgive me for carrying burdens that have dimmed my joy. I love you for still finding moments of happiness. Thank you for reminding me of life's small pleasures. I forgive myself for holding on to unnecessary heaviness. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry for not fully appreciating the miracles of the body. Please forgive me for overlooking the wonders of each cell. I love you for being so resilient and complex. Thank you for all you do to support life. I forgive myself for forgetting to honor you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And now we are doing a complete reading of all the I forgive myself statements. I forgive myself for not addressing this sooner. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for the moments I have felt helpless. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for not always being mindful. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for moments of self-doubt. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for not honoring rest sooner. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for any frustration I have felt. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for reacting with worry. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for moments of impatience. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for not taking time to clear my mind. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for the tremors. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for holding on to tension unconsciously. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for not addressing emotions fully. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for not always being present. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for feeling upset over limitations. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for reacting with stress. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for pushing myself too hard. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for reacting from fear. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for being impatient with you in the past. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for holding on to anger and the need to see you punished in the past. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for moments of neglect. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for criticism in the past. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for fearing loss of control. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for past unawareness. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for doubting my abilities. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for past doubts. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for holding on to unnecessary heaviness. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for forgetting to honor you. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I completely and absolutely forgive myself. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. These statements are a way to gently approach the body with empathy and compassion. It doesn't matter, who you are doing it for. You have to do it through yourself. And so you are using these statements for your own body. And of course, there are some things for the other self, be it the parent self or the child self. You're creating a space for healing by releasing stored emotions and embracing complete self-acceptance. Whatever you're getting to see through someone else is an aspect of yourself. Regular practice of these chants, just listen to the video repeatedly, listen to this repeatedly, and you will feel regulated and you will see a change in the outside circumstances.